Welcome to the MOTO Freak channel. Greetings to all viewers, subscribers, and supporters. In this episode, I'll talk about the Dsg-7 Dq381 automatic transmission. So to the point, the Dq381 transmission is a 7-speed, dual-clutch, wet-type automatic transmission. The clutches operate in an oil bath, developed by the Volkswagen Group, VW, Audi, SKODA seat. It is a development and reinforcement of the DQ250 transmission and the successor to the DQ380, designed for engines with medium-high torque. It came into use in about 2017. General characteristics of the DQ381. Type: 7-speed, dual-clutch wet. Maximum torque: up to about 420 Nm. This is the key difference from the DQ500 up to 600 Nm and DQ250 up to 350 Nm. Application: mainly in models with transversely mounted engines, both with front-wheel drive, DQ381-7F, and all-wheel drive, DQ381-7A, integrated with the Haldex mechanism. Purpose: to provide better fuel efficiency and smoother gear changes compared to the DQ250, while supporting more powerful engines than those supported by the dry DQ200. In which cars is the DQ381 installed? The DQ381 is widely used in many popular models of the VG group, especially in more powerful engine versions, but not the top ones, where the DQ500 often ends up. Examples: Volkswagen, Golf, e.g. GDI, summer versions, some powerful TDI, for Generation 7.5 facelift and Golf 8. Passat B8, more powerful petrol and diesel engines. Arteon, Tiguan 2, more powerful versions 2.0 TSI and 2.0 TDI. T-Roc, in more powerful versions, not R. Jetta/GLI, in markets where available. Audi, as S-Tronic, a 3/S3, 8V after facelift, 8Y, in versions with 2.0 TFSI and 2.0 TDI engines, e.g. 150 HP, 190 HP, as well as S3 300 to 310 HP. Q2/Q3, in more powerful engines. TT 8S, some versions 2.0 TFSI. SKODA, Octavia 3, facelift. Octavia 4, more powerful versions, e.g. 2.0 TSI, 2.0 TDI, including RS. Superb 3, more powerful engines. Kodiaq/Karoq, in weaker to medium power, often 1.5 TSI, 2.0 TSI, 2.0 TDI. Seat/Cupra, Leon 3 facelift for more powerful engines, including Cupra Leon, some versions. Ateca/Cupra Ateca, some versions. Formentor, some versions. Tarraco. Advantages of DQ381. Smoothness and speed of gear changes. Typical for DSG gearboxes, it provides a dynamic and comfortable ride. Fuel efficiency. Thanks to 7 gears and fast operation, it contributes to lower fuel consumption than traditional automatics. Good clutch cooling. As a wet gearbox, the clutches are immersed in oil, which ensures better heat dissipation and a longer service life than dry gearboxes, e.g. DQ200, especially in urban conditions or during dynamic driving. Compromise. Good balance between the durability of the DQ500 and the economy and compactness of the DQ200, suitable for a wide range of engines. Overall, good reliability. Considered to be significantly more reliable than the problematic DQ200 and often comparable or only slightly less robust than the DQ500. Disadvantages of the DQ381. Potential jerking. Some drivers report occasional jerking, especially in low gears, 1 to 3, and in city traffic or when starting off. This can be felt when the gearbox is cold. Delayed throttle response. A slight delay in the response to pressing the gas pedal is sometimes noted, especially when accelerating suddenly. Service and repair costs. Although reliable, any mechanical or mechatronic repair is expensive due to the complexity of the design. Sensitivity to oil quality and change interval. Like any wet gearbox, it requires rigorous adherence to oil change recommendations. Faults and failures. The Dq381 is generally considered solid, but like any transmission, it can have its pains. Mechatronics problems. Although less common than in the DQ200 mechatronics, electronic hydraulic control, failures can occur. They can manifest themselves in clutch position sensor errors, e.g. P1735, P1736, loss of even/odd gears, problems with reverse gear, switching to emergency mode. Clutch wear. Although wet and durable, over time and with high mileage they can wear out, which manifests itself in slipping, jerking when changing gears. Dual mass flywheel wear. This component, which works with the gearbox, is susceptible to wear, especially in diesels and cars that are used intensively. Symptoms include knocking and vibration. Differential problems. There have been reports of problems with the differential mechanism, leading to unpleasant knocking. Overheating, less common in extreme conditions, e.g. long-term driving with a heavy load, intensive driving on the track. The gearbox may overheat, although its cooling system is effective. Software errors. Occasionally, errors may occur in the gearbox software, which can be corrected by updating. Service and oil change. Regular oil and filter changes are absolutely crucial for the durability of the Dq381 gearbox. Oil change interval. It is recommended to change the oil and filter every 60,000 kilometers. This interval must be adhered to very strictly, regardless of the operating conditions. What oil? Only use oil that meets Volkswagen specification for Dq381 gearboxes. Most often, this is oil with the VWG055 529A2 specification, e.g. Fuchs Titan FFL 52529, Castrol Transmax Dual, Ravenol DCT/DSG-LV fluid. It is important that it is oil designed for wet double-clutch gearboxes. Typically, about 5.5 to 6 liters of oil are needed. Oil change procedure. Warming up the gearbox. Warm up the gearbox to operating temperature, usually by driving. Draining the old oil. Car on a lift, gearbox in position P. Unscrew the drain plug. Often is one plug with an internal overflow pipe to check the level. Filter change. Replace the external oil filter. It is easily accessible. Filling with new oil. Pour new oil through the filler hole, often the filter hole or a special filler hole. Level check. This is a key step. The oil level is checked with the engine running at a specific gearbox temperature, usually between 35 to 45 degrees Celsius, and after shifting through all positions, PRNDS, several times. Excess oil should flow out through the overflow tube in the drain hole. An incorrect oil level, both too low and too high, is harmful to the gearbox. Adaptation/calibration, optional, but recommended. This is not always absolutely necessary after the oil change itself, but is recommended, especially if there have been any problems with the gearbox operation. It is performed using a diagnostic computer, VCDS, ODIS. Service costs. The price of an oil and filter change in a Dq381 usually ranges from €150 or pounds or dollars to €300 or pounds or dollars in independent garages, and in an authorized service center it can be more expensive, from €250 or pounds or dollars upwards, depending on the price of oil and labor. Summary. The Dq381 is a modern and generally reliable gearbox, a great compromise for cars with medium and higher power. Its key advantage is high work culture, speed, and efficiency. The most important aspect of operation is regular oil and filter changes every 60,000 kilometers, according to the manufacturer's recommendations, and using the appropriate oil. Neglect in this area can lead to expensive breakdowns. Before buying a used car with this gearbox, it is always worth checking the service history and performing professional diagnostics. Thank you for watching the video, and I invite you to subscribe to the Automotive Freak channel. Greetings to everyone, and see you in the next episode. See you soon.